Have you been dreaming about living on the golf course? Well, I'm going to tour you around some golf communities today through the computer to show you the differences in what it means to live on the golf course. That's right. Some of them you get to live right up close to the action. I mean, people are almost teeing off in your backyard. And some of the others, you get a bit more privacy. So it depends what you're looking for, as well as the price point as to which community you will land in. Hi, I'm Nicole Cooper. Hey, I'm Nicole Cooper, your golf community expert for real estate. If you want to know what's happening first in Austin and the surrounding area, tap the bell, hit the like button. We'll love you forever. Let's get going on golf homes right on the fairway. Here we are zoomed in on the house in River Place, and this one you get a little bit of privacy and to be on the golf course. So here's the house here. You can see you have this buffer of tree line here, and then the golf course is out in the distance. Here is a live image of it right here. You can see how close it is to the golf course there, yet you still have some privacy. So if you wanted to have that barbecue and not invite all the neighbors, you can hide back there just a little bit. So that's kind of one of the things I always recommend. Like, if you want to live on the golf course, just know that when you're having a party or you want to have some privacy in the backyard, if you live on some of the golf communities, you won't. So if you don't invite somebody that maybe thought they should have been invited, they're probably going to see you if they happen to be playing golf that day. Others, like this one here, have that line of trees in the middle, and so you can kind of get away with a little bit more. So do you want to be on that front line where you can actually heckle the people that come through and talk to them? Or do you want to be set back much more so you can have some privacy, yet kind of still see the golf course from that kind of over the treetop or through the bushes type view? So River Place on average has a quite high price point because of this rolling hill country terrain. You have some really, really pretty views out there. So their average price point is over $1 million. $1,200,000 is what you can expect to pay in that area. However, if you want to be a member of the country club, full golf membership is only $10,000 for the initiation fee. And as far as Austin prices go, that is the best lowest one for a private country club. So we're going to come from up here in River Place down across town completely to the southeast corner of town in the Onion Creek neighborhood. We're going to zoom in on Legends Lane here and show you how close it is to the golf course. It's right on the golf course here, and one rule or thing to know about the Onion Creek community is you cannot build a fence in your backyard if you're on the golf course, unless you have a swimming pool, and then it's a safety and insurance thing. So if you don't have a swimming pool, you're forbidden to build a fence. So if you want a fence, you just have to build a pool. So here's a listing right here on the golf course. It's 3,676 square feet, listed for $998,000. Was built in 1981, and it does have a pool, and that is why it gets to have a fence. Here's an angle from their upstairs deck, and you get that second story view, just feeling like you're living in the treetops with the golf course down below. As for Onion Creek pricing, on average, you're just around $700,000 for a home, and the initiation fee there is $15,000. So a little bit higher than River Place, but still a really good value in town when you combine it with the real estate. You can get some of the best priced real estate on the golf course in the surrounding Austin area there at Onion Creek Country Club. And they have 27 holes, so it's not just an 18-hole course. They have the 27-hole course with all the normal country club amenities that go along with it. Up next, we're hopping from where we were just down here in Onion Creek on the southeast side of town to this northeast corner right here, right by the Domain and Arboretum. And as we zoom in, you can see we are landing on great hills. Here's the house right here. You can see how it is absolutely on the fairway. And here's the bird's eye view of that house right there. It's outlined in yellow, and you can see on this row of homes, they hardly have backyards at all. They are just right up on the fairway. So talk about golf balls in your yard all the time, especially down there getting up next to the green. But just to give you some stats here, this home is 2,278 square feet, listed for $815,000. Was built in 1984, and the initiation fee at Great Hills Country Club currently is $67,500. On average, home close prices are just under $800,000. So a little bit pricier than the Onion Creek homes on the golf course, but similar ages in that both of the golf courses were built in the 70s, so the homes followed shortly thereafter. One thing to note about the Great Hills golf course is going to be closed down in about a year's time for about 6 or 8, maybe 10 months. They're undergoing a really nice renovation to redo the greens and bunkers and the sprinkler system and everything. So it's going to be a lot better on the far end, but know if you are going to join anytime soon to expect some downtime while they do the renovations. They do have a lot of great plans in place to have some hitting bays and some options to be able to play golf while you're a member, but know that that renovation and close down is coming up within the next year. All right, from Great Hills, we're going to head out to the UT Club. We're going out west, and here you can see here where we were, right here up by the Arboretum, and we're just heading out 2222 out west, out towards Lake Travis. So as you can see here, this one's right on the golf course. The University of Texas Golf Club allows the homes to be right up next to the fairway as well. They all have to have wrought iron fences. So unlike Onion Creek that is not supposed to have any fences, these guys all have the same fences. And you can see an example here. So they have that wrought iron fence in the back, and just a little bit of the rough there, and then the golf fairway is just behind that. As for the pricing in the Steiner Ranch and UT Club area, the initiation fee is $85,000, and on average, you're going to find homes about $1 million. Now, there are separate gated sections at the UT Golf Club. Steiner Ranch is an enormous property with different little pockets all throughout, but where the golf course is, you will actually be in a gated community with a 24/7 guard. And until now, we have not seen or talked about any communities that have gated. Onion Creek, River Place, and the Great Hills communities are not gated. So this one is our first one that you would be getting through a gate before you get these views. We're heading over here to the Westlake Country Club view. This neighborhood is right next to Barton Creek. So Westlake Country Club and Barton Creek kind of back up to each other. So you're going to have very similar home prices in those areas, but the country club membership prices are going to be quite a bit different. And speaking of that, Westlake Country Club is $85,000. Barton Creek Country Club is $175,000. Now, totally different product because Barton Creek has 4 golf courses. Westlake Country Club only has 1, but let's just check out this view here. So first off, let me show you how far you are. This is kind of an elevated view. This is the home here, and we're looking down here to the golf course over there. So if you look just beyond the swimming pool here out back, that is the golf fairway down there. So this home is a bit bigger, just under 5,200 square feet, listed for $3,445,000, built in 1996. So this neighborhood here, being that it's so close to Barton Creek, they have all the same kind of rolling hill country views. They have similar price points like I already mentioned. Close price on average is about $2 million. Again, the entry to the full golf portion at the country club is $85,000, and they have just finished an extensive remodel. Actually, it's not even quite finished. The golf course portion is finished, but they're still finishing out the pro shop and some of the restaurants inside. So everything got a facelift. The golf course, the swimming pools, the tennis courts, and all the things. So it's a great time to join Westlake Country Club. All right, from Lost Creek over here, we're heading straight out further west into the heart of Lakeway, and we are going to the Hills. Now, the Hills Country Club is is connected to a few other clubs. If you're a member at the Hills, you automatically get membership to 3 other golf courses. But let's check out the house first. Here you can see it. It's right here up towards the green. So this house backs right up to the fairway here. They have the little smaller wrought iron fences there, but you can see right out to the fairway there. It's just beautiful. You're right up close. Again, no privacy there if the golfers are coming through, but if that's your thing, this would be a good choice for you. And that's the green up where the house is. So in the Hills, this one here, 2,311 square feet, listed for $834,900. The house was built in 1999. Now, before we move on to another golf course, we're going to go right here to their neighbor at Flint Rock Falls. And why I'm doing this is because if you're a member of the Hills, then you're a member of Flint Rock Falls. There are different package levels at the Hills. If you're a member of the Hills, that gives you 4 golf courses. The Hills, Flint Rock Falls, Live Oak, and Yopon. Or you can get just the 2 golf courses, Live Oak and Yopon. So they have different price points for everyone. But right now, if you get the signature package, which is all 4 golf courses, that's $95,000. Here's a shot of a house that's on the Flint Rock Falls side, and you can see how close it is to the fairway here. Much bigger home than the one we just viewed at the Hills. 4,884 square feet, listed for $1,590,000. Now, this one was built in 2005. You're going to find much newer homes on the Flint Rock Falls neighborhood than you would on the Hills because the course started a couple decades after the other. So you can still find some almost new construction in Flint Rock Falls, and the only time you're going to find a new construction on the Hills side is if it took place of a teardown. So the average close price of the 2 communities put together is $1,100,000. Keep in mind, on the Flint Rock Falls side, it's usually more expensive just because they're newer and bigger than if you were on the Hill side. Now we're coming back in towards Austin. So we were right over here in Lakeway. Now we're coming back into Barton Creek. There are a few sections, well, there are many sections of Barton Creek, but we're just going to go kind of older Fazio foothills, newer Amara canyons. And you may be asking yourself, what does that even mean? Remember before when I said if you're a member at Barton Creek, you have membership to 4 golf courses. 3 of them are right here together in town, or closer to Austin, I should say, on the west side of town. They're all right here in this area. The 4th course is out in Spicewood. But you do get, if you're at the top tier, you get playing abilities or playing privileges for all 4 of them. So right here in this section in town, we have Fazio Foothills, which was the very first one, Crenshaw Core, which was the second one, and the Fazio Canyons, which is the newest one. So you guessed it, the newest one has the newer homes and it has the higher price point. So right here, what we're looking at is a home that is right across from the Omni Resort. So this is the Fazio Foothills area. You've got the hotel, all the spa, the wellness, the pickle, tennis, racket sports, all the things right there together. This house in particular is right here. Its size is just under 3,800 feet, listed for $2,830,000. Now this one was built in 1998. Then if we hop over to the canyons portion, this is the difference. Look at this house here, 5,825 square feet, listed for $5,495,000. And it was built in 2021. So that just, you can see here. Now, you may say, well, that's not on the golf course, Nicole. Well, the thing is, it is. It is down below the hill, and this is one of those ones where you get all the privacy and all the beauty together. Let me show you on the map. See, here's the home here. It's elevated up high, and just through the trees, the golf course is on the other side. I've actually stood on this back patio, and you can see the golf course down below, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and you still have all of your privacy. I'll show you some more views here from this back deck. So the average close price for both communities together, the whole Barton Creek area, is $2,300,000. And I already mentioned the initiation fee at $175,000. They are full at the moment. They have a waiting list. thinking it might be a couple years out, not certain, but they do have some other options where you could join just at the Spicewood Club, get some playing time in, and then get a couple rounds a year in on the other courses. So there are some options with Barton Creek at the moment. Now we're going to hop out to Spanish Oaks, our final one of the day. This is where we were right here in the Barton Creek area. We just headed out back towards Lakeway, not all the way there. This is kind of in Bee Cave, if you will, and it is right by the Hill Country Galleria shopping mall if you're interested in that. So this is the bird's eye view of the golf course and the houses in the area. And here is an example of what you might find in the Spanish Oaks community. You're going to have those beautiful negative edge pools looking down over the terraced kind of landscaping over the golf course from a distance. They're not right up on the golf course. You still get your privacy, and you're going to have these big panoramic views out there. Here's a view from above so you can see how close it is to the golf course, yet you still get the privacy. And Spanish Oaks wins highest close price of the day and highest initiation fee. On average, homes close in Spanish Oaks $3.5 million, and the initiation fee is $200,000. You only have one 18-hole golf course, so it's more expensive than Barton Creek, and you get less golf. It's just that cool. So the golf communities with manned security gates or with security gates of some sort are going to be your Spanish Oaks. It's going to be your Fazio Canyons, not Fazio Foothills, because the Foothills is where the Omni Resort Hotel is. So you can't have a private security gate there. The Hills and Flint Rock Falls are both gated. Westlake Country Club is not gated. The UT Club is gated. Great Hills, Onion Creek, and River Place are not gated. So if that's something you want, just pay attention to that on the front end so you know which communities can get you inside that security gate. So that's a wrap for today. We've gone through a lot of different views and angles and rules of golf course views. We know that at Onion Creek you can't have a fence, and most of the rest of them you have to have a fence, and all the fences have to look the same. Some of them you get more privacy, some of them you get right on top of the action, so you're going to be talking to the golfers as they come through. Probably a golf ball through your window every now and then. Hey, but that's the payoff for living on the golf course. You also get those gorgeous views of sunsets and sunrises and that tranquil, peaceful kind of vibe in the early morning and early evening. So tell me, what do you think is the best part about living on the golf course? Comment below. I answer them all myself. I read them all, and I love to hear from you. So anytime you want to go have a look at one of these beautiful homes on the golf course, just give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. My team and I are always available to help you make the perfect choice when you're choosing one of those gorgeous homes on the golf course. So until next time, be kind to yourself and others. I can't wait to see you around town.